In terms of today's agenda, what we're looking at is what has actually changed, and touching again on what Helen said and why have these changed. How does this fit with wider initiatives that are going on within HR and that are going on within Staffordshire County Council? The real clear thing is about you walking out of here understanding your roles and responsibilities as line managers, what HR are there to deliver for you in terms of the service, and again, the employees' roles and responsibilities. We will go through an overview of the policies. What we're not going to do today is literally go through line by line and hand out copies of the policies. They are on the intranet now, but we will give you an overview, so please just ask any questions. And again, just really highlighting the key changes and therefore what are the implications that is for you as line managers. Is there anything anybody was expecting or that isn't on there, or does that seem okay? So, what are we launching? As Helen has said, these are probably, if you take out managing attendance at work, these are probably the other 4 HR policies that are most used throughout Staffordshire County Council and through any organisation. We're looking at the disciplinary, performance improvement, which was formerly the capability policy, grievance and bullying and harassment. These have gone live as of yesterday. So they are actually now on the intranet. And if you go on the intranet, what we have got on there are, as Helen said, the policies have been shortened. So we've gone from 46 pages down to 9, or I think one of them's gone from 73 down to about 10. But what is on there is far more supporting documentation. So there will be flowcharts in terms of who is responsible, in terms of the line manager, the employee, the union involvement and HR. There will also be template letters on there. So actually, if you need to arrange a formal meeting, there will be template letters on there, template investigation reports, checklists, and everything really is a toolkit in your bag to be able to help you to guide your way through those policies. The other key thing on there as well is obviously you will still have the HR advisors as your subject matter experts and the technical people to contact if you're not sure of anything. And the other thing we have done is obviously an equality impact assessment, which we've worked with our union colleagues on that. So what we've had to look at is, as a result of implementing these new policies and procedures, has this impacted on any of our equality areas? And pleased to report that there is no impact on that. So that got a big tick in the box when we went to the unions on that. And I think, again, probably just really summarising in terms of what Helen has said around the feedback is we have had feedback from line managers, we have had feedback from SLT and members around. The policies are difficult to understand. By the time you get into page 5, you've probably given up and thought, actually, it's far easier for me to phone my HR advisor for them to give me advice. I know coming into Staffordshire County Council in June, new last year, as a HR professional of 20 years, it took some going to understand and get through and really get to the nub of what are we trying to deliver in this policy. It is around fitting with one council approach. So as a HR function, we've come together in 2011, I think, October 2011. But until recently, we've still operated in our old directorate styles. So we have different schemes of delegation in different directorates. And as a HR team, we've still worked with place, with people, and the teams have remained the same until recently. So again, one thing of this is one policy, one approach, so we are fair and consistent for all of our employees of Staffordshire County Council. Part of this is around supporting the transformation of Staffordshire County Council, about modernisation of services and delivery, and also around looking at HR as well. We know we've got to modernise as a HR function to make sure that we're fit for purpose to deliver and serve you as our customers. And obviously with a growing economic climate, there's financial pressures on all organisations and authorities. So actually, if we can make them leaner, slicker, quicker, there is a significant financial investment and return that we can deliver through that. All of this as well is underpinning the need to improve and develop individual and our organisational performance, to change the behaviour. We've worked very closely with our OD colleagues, particularly around the performance improvement policy, with the What Unites Us campaign and the flexible performance management framework, which Vaughan is going to talk to a bit later in more detail. And the one thing we want to do is give you clarity as line managers to say, what am I responsible and be held accountable for? What can HR and what are they accountable for? And therefore, what do we expect of our colleagues? And as Helen said, it is about just providing a more modern, streamlined policies. So I think just trying to explain in terms of where does this fit, if we're looking within the HR function, we are undergoing a HR transformation. You will see that the shape of and the makeup of the team has changed. We've separated our change team out of our case management team to try and provide dedicated focus and support on those areas. We've created the role of HR partner, which is something that's new to Staffordshire County Council and is still going through. Case management team is where I sit as the case management HR manager for case. Strategy and policy, we are going through a programme of changing the HR policies, of which this is phase 1 and these 4 new policies. We're working again with health, safety and wellbeing when we brought all of the wellbeing together with health and safety last year. And operational excellence is looking and working with our colleagues from Shared Service Centre in terms of how can we deliver some more of the transactional traditional HR services of payroll expenses in a more efficient way. And I think overall of this, we've got the performance culture programme, which is being driven by our OD colleagues, which encompasses all of this. And obviously within Staffordshire County Council, we have the broader transformation programme that we're currently undergoing in terms of moving towards that commissioning authority. So this is just really try and give you a bit of a flavour of what's happening within the HR world and how this might fit in with you and your roles.